Hey everyone! If you're over 60 and think long walks are the key to staying strong, I've got news for you. There's actually a much simpler move that can build more strength, improve balance, and keep you feeling younger, faster than walking around the block ever will. And the best part? You can do it at home, no fancy equipment, no hours wasted on endless walking. I'm talking about a move that targets the muscles that really matter as we age, the ones that help you stand up from a chair without struggling, carry groceries without pain, and even keep your balance so you feel confident moving around. It's called the chair squat, and if you've never tried it, it's going to change the way you think about strength after 60. Here's how simple it is. All you need is a sturdy chair. You start sitting tall, feet planted, and then you stand up slowly, using your legs and glutes. Then sit back down, controlled. That's it. Just a few reps a day can do more for your strength than walking for an hour. Why? Because walking mostly works endurance, but this move actually builds the muscle mass you need to stay independent and strong as you age. And here's the kicker. This isn't just theory. Studies show that functional movements like squats help older adults maintain mobility, reduce the risk of falls, and even boost metabolism. So while your friends are out logging miles, you're quietly building real strength that shows up in everyday life. So if you want to feel stronger, steadier, and more capable, try this move today. Start slow, just a few reps, and feel the difference. Your body will thank you, and you might even start looking forward to strength building more than your walks. Stick with me, and I'll show you how to make this move even more effective as we go along. There's a big misconception floating around that if you're over 60, all you need to stay strong is to go for long walks. People think that logging miles around the neighborhood or spending hours on a treadmill is enough to keep your muscles, your balance, and your strength intact as you age. And don't get me wrong, walking is great for your heart, for your circulation, for mental clarity, and it's certainly better than sitting all day. But here's the thing. Walking alone doesn't really do what most people think it does when it comes to building actual strength. Strength isn't just about being able to move. It's about having muscles that can support your body in real life, getting up from a chair without wincing, carrying groceries up the stairs without losing your breath, even just keeping your balance so you feel confident moving around. And the truth is, walking doesn't challenge those muscles enough to make a significant difference. You might be burning calories, sure, and your legs might feel a little toned, but the key muscle groups that truly support independence and prevent injuries are barely being activated. Think about it this way. If you've been walking the same route for years and your strength hasn't changed much, it's not because your body is broken or you're doing something wrong. It's just that walking alone is a low-intensity movement. It's repetitive. It doesn't really overload your muscles, and your body adapts quickly when your muscles aren't challenged. They start to weaken gradually, and before you know it, simple daily tasks feel harder than they should. That's why so many people over 60 feel like they're moving slower, losing balance, or getting sore more easily, even if they're walking every day like they should. Now, I know what you might be thinking, but I feel good from walking. Isn't that enough? And here's the subtle difference. Feeling good and building strength are not the same thing. Feeling good is about circulation, mood, and energy levels. Building strength is about challenging your muscles in ways that force them to adapt, grow, and support your body efficiently. And the truth is, after 60, our bodies need that kind of challenge more than ever. We naturally start losing muscle mass, our bones can become more fragile, and our balance can decrease without us even noticing. So what if I told you there's a much simpler, smarter move that actually targets the muscles you really need, improves your balance, and can make a bigger impact on your strength than hours of walking ever will? Something that takes just a few minutes a day, doesn't require a gym, and gives you results you can feel in your daily life. You'd probably want to know what it is, right? Because at this stage in life, efficiency matters. We don't have the time, energy, or patience for routines that don't really deliver. And yet almost nobody talks about it because everyone is still stuck in the mindset that walking alone is the ultimate answer. All right, so now that we've talked about why long walks alone aren't enough, let's get into the really exciting part, the move that can actually build strength where it matters most. And the best thing about it, it's simple, it's safe, and it doesn't require fancy equipment or a gym membership. You can do it at home, in your living room, in just a few minutes a day. And it targets the muscles that help you stay independent, balanced, and capable. The move I'm talking about is something most people think of as basic, but it's actually incredibly powerful when done correctly. It's called the chair squat. You've probably seen it before, or maybe even done it once or twice, but here's the key. Doing it with intention, control, and proper form changes everything. This isn't just a get up and sit down motion. It's a strength building exercise that activates your legs, glutes, core, and even your lower back. These are exactly the areas that tend to weaken first as we age, and they're the muscles that support you in everyday life. Here's how it works. All you need is a sturdy chair. Nothing fancy, just something stable you can sit on. Start by sitting tall at the edge of the chair, feet planted firmly on the ground, about hip width apart. Keep your chest lifted and your shoulders relaxed. Then slowly push through your heels and stand up, squeezing your glutes at the top. That's the upward motion. Now, instead of plopping back down, lower yourself slowly and controlled, keeping your weight in your heels and your knees tracking over your toes. That's it. Just a few controlled reps like this can do wonders for your strength. The reason this move is so effective is that it mirrors real life movements. Getting up from a chair, a couch, or even the toilet uses the same muscles. So when you practice chair squats, you're training your body to do the things you actually need to do every day. And because it's low impact and supported by the chair, it's safe for joints and doesn't put unnecessary stress on your knees or back. You can start with just 5 or 10 reps and gradually increase as your strength improves. Another great thing about chair squats is that they're incredibly adaptable. You can make them easier by holding onto the sides of the chair for support, or you can make them more challenging by holding light weights or pausing for a few seconds at the bottom of the squat. That way, no matter your current fitness level, this move meets you where you are and allows you to progress naturally. And the best part? You'll start noticing small changes quickly. Your legs feel stronger, standing up feels easier, and even your balance improves because your muscles are learning to work together in a functional way. It's amazing how something so simple can be so effective. Most people overcomplicate strength training after 60, thinking they need machines, classes, or complicated routines. But the truth is, consistent, focused movements like the chair squat give you more practical strength than most things out there. And once you get comfortable with it, you can easily build it into your day, before breakfast, after lunch, or even while watching your favorite show. It becomes a habit that quietly transforms your body and makes everyday life feel easier and safer. Now, you might be wondering, okay, chair squats sound simple enough, but why are they actually better than going for my usual walk? And this is where it gets really interesting because it's all about what your body actually needs to stay strong, independent, and functional as you age. Walking is fantastic for your heart and your circulation, but it doesn't challenge the muscles that are most important for everyday life. Chair squats, on the other hand, hit those muscles directly, and that makes a huge difference. First, let's talk about muscle retention. As we get older, starting around 50 and definitely by 60, we naturally lose muscle mass, a process called sarcopenia. Losing muscle isn't just about looking weaker. It impacts your strength, balance, and the way you move through daily life. When you do chair squats, you're actively engaging your quadriceps, hamstrings, glutes, and even your core. These are the muscles that help you get up from a chair, climb stairs, carry groceries, or even stand from a low surface. The more you challenge them, the more your body adapts by maintaining and even building muscle. Walking, in contrast, is mostly repetitive movement with low resistance. Your muscles don't get that stimulus they need to grow or stay strong, which means long walks alone aren't enough to prevent muscle loss as you age. Next is balance. One of the biggest risks as we get older is losing stability, which can lead to falls and injuries. Chair squats strengthen the muscles around your hips and legs that are crucial for keeping you steady. They also activate your core, which supports your spine and helps you stay upright. Each time you rise from the chair, your body practices controlled movement, coordination, and proper weight distribution. Over time, this builds neuromuscular efficiency, which is just a fancy way of saying your muscles and brain communicate better to keep you balanced. Walking helps endurance, but it doesn't challenge your balance in the same way because your feet stay on the ground and your body isn't resisting gravity in a controlled manner like it does in a squat. Then there's daily functionality. Think about the activities that really matter. Standing up without pulling yourself with your arms, picking up a grandchild, carrying groceries or laundry, getting out of bed in the morning. Chair squats are a functional exercise, which means they train your body to do the things you actually need to do every day. You're not just exercising muscles in isolation. You're training movement patterns that translate directly into real-life strength. Walking doesn't replicate these movements, so while it's great for endurance, it doesn't make daily tasks easier or safer in the way that squats do. Finally, there's evidence from research and practical experience. Studies show that strength training exercises that mimic real-life movements, like squats, help older adults maintain independence, reduce fall risk, and even improve metabolic health. People who consistently do functional strength exercises report feeling more capable, confident, and less reliant on assistance. That's something walking, as beneficial as it is for your heart and joints, just can't fully provide. When you combine muscle retention, improved balance, and functional strength, chair squats become a small, simple habit with a huge impact on quality of life. They're a perfect example of working smarter, not harder, especially after 60, and they show that you don't need long, exhausting walks to feel strong and capable every day now. I know trying something new can feel a little intimidating, especially if you've been sticking with what's familiar, like your daily walks. But here's the beautiful thing about this move. It's safe, simple, and completely within your control. You don't have to rush it. You don't need to go deep, and you don't have to do 100 reps. You can start right where you are at your own pace and still see and feel real results. Even just a few minutes a day can make a huge difference over time. If you've ever struggled to stand up from a chair, felt a bit unsteady getting out of bed, or noticed your legs getting tired faster than they used to, this is exactly where you start. The chair squat isn't about showing off strength or pushing yourself until you're sore. It's about regaining control over your movements, rebuilding confidence in your body, and reminding yourself that you're stronger than you think. Every single rep is a small investment in your independence and your long-term health. The key is consistency. You don't have to do it perfectly, and you don't even have to do it every single day at first. Just make it part of your routine, maybe before breakfast or after your morning coffee or right before you head out for that walk. Pairing it with something you already do helps make it a habit. And the great thing is, because it's such a low impact functional movement, it's gentle on your joints and easy to recover from. Over time, your body will naturally start to feel stronger, steadier, and more capable without you ever having to step into a gym. I've seen so many people over 60 start with just 5 chair squats a day, and within weeks they're telling me they can stand up from the couch easier, carry laundry up the stairs without stopping, and feel more balanced walking on uneven ground. It's those little wins that add up. You'll start noticing that tasks that once felt tiring suddenly feel effortless. That's when you know it's working, not because of a number on a scale, but because everyday life just feels smoother. And remember, this isn't about being perfect or pushing your limits. It's about progress. If you need to hold on to the chair for balance, do it. If you can only manage a few reps, that's okay. What matters most is showing up for yourself. Every time you practice this move, you're sending your body the message that you care about keeping. It's strong, mobile, and independent. You're telling your body, I'm not slowing down. I'm just getting smarter about how I move. So grab that sturdy chair, take a deep breath, and just give it a try. The first time might feel a little awkward, but that's how every great change begins. Before long, you'll be amazed at how much stronger and more stable you feel, all from a move so simple you can do it in your living room.